everything out on social, so they know.
Yeah. So I think, should have all the technical gremlins in the north of England gone, we should be live now. I don't know if people in the comments want to confirm, but good afternoon to you all. 10 minutes later than advertised kickoff for us on the Guiricast. And yeah, Málaga are on the attack. I don't really know what to do. Sorry about all the delay, guys. It's my fault. I think because I've left my computer on since Friday after work. I think I literally clocked out at like 5 and went, I'm done. Left everything as it was and then just ran off. So, Luke, you're joining me this week. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, mate. Had a lovely tapas Sunday dinner, which were a bit different.
Nice.
Struggling with a bit of flu, but I'm hoping that this game's going to warm us all up with a good 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. And if one thing is going to warm you up, it's maybe looking at this pitch from this camera angle, because I think it's been noted by everybody so far. This is fucking awful.
Yeah, I dare say this
is going on.
I think this is our first example of the FEFTV curse. With were the videos from Antiquera last week.
It was Antiquera, yeah. So I think they had them jumping up in front of the goal, so they couldn't actually see it if they were watching it at home. But this isn't as bad. It's just it's very dynamic camera from FIFA. If
I think
those of you,
this could be a tough one to talk about what's happening in the game, as we're out white ball offside. As we were just saying, Nick, nothing really much has happened in the first 12 minutes. Linares had a shot, but I think Malaga's just starting to get hold of the ball a bit more now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Linares haven't been slouches. I've managed to get it up on my iPad this week, so I'm kind of like craning necks and doing two things. But yeah, the chance from Linares where he had Herrero really scrambling to the other side of his goal, I think that's about been it, really. Yeah. So at least we get to commentate on all the goals. We've not missed our famous Galazzo as it is now. As many of you probably said on Twitter as well, or X, I don't know what people are calling it nowadays. Matt is there too. He's been sending us lots of videos and stuff like that, and he's confirmed that the away stand, Luke, is on steps. There's no seats; it's all steps. So it feels like a proper little non-league ground.
It feels non-league, and like Matt said, there's going to be absolute carnage if Malaga score, and I think the Mr. Health and Safety might have a problem if Malaga do score here.
Absolutely no two doubts, because they're all bouncing already. And like you say, to be fair, I don't want to assume how hot it is in Spain today. I imagine it is quite warm inland as well, and gets quite hot in the province of Haiyan. So, yeah, fair play to them all. Fair play to them. And to be noted as well, playing in the lemon and lime that you're sporting today.
Had to bring it out today, mate. I wasn't planning. I didn't think we'd see it again this season, but I thought if anything's going to warm me up, it's this disgusting shirt.
Oh no! Well, like I say, I think we said on the pod this week. I don't think they had much choice, to be honest with you, because as you can see, Linares playing blue and white. It's a much more darker blue than Malaga's, but all the same, very similar to the purple that I'm wearing potentially. So definitely it had to come out, I'm afraid.
I do think it is nice that we are using all three kits, though. As much as we have his opinions on the third one, a lot of teams bring out a third one, charge people £70, €70 kind of thing, and you might see it once in a VT maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say we had the black one last year, didn't we? But I think we saw that one more than we saw the roses one.
Yeah, the pink one seemed a bit like a promotion. And
it
worked. It definitely worked.
So I'll just say hello to some people that have made comments into the chat. We've had Paul say hello to us. Carl, afternoon to you. Yen says he's on time today. Welcome, Jens. Dr. Me VIP, loving the sunshades on the stand opposite. And Paul says health and safety in Spain, steady on. Well, we all know about that there. But nice of you to join us once again.
We have a famous Las Palmas fan joining in.
Oh, do we now? Afternoon, Matt Rains.
Vamos Malaga.
What is Matt Rains sullying himself with Primera football for? Now he's in amongst the top table.
I think he's checking it out before the Las Palmas game.
Aye, probably. And Michael as well on the way back from the Emirates. I think was it 2-2? If I remember
2-2.
right.
We nearly had you, Michael. I bet you were worried. Nah, in all fair, it were a famous North London derby, which I think Gary Neville touched on as well. Being a Tottenham fan, I enjoy it, but I think it is one of the great derbies of English football in terms of there's always goals and action.
Even bigger than the West Lancashire derby. Are you sure about that?
Which
Blackpool
one's
v
that?
Preston. Yeah, exactly. Which one's that?
That?
Preston, who are no longer top of the league, thank God. I can stop seeing that on my Twitter feed. Just not. Matt says he needs to fill the gap for 15 minutes. Well, you're married now. That sounds worse than it actually is. I was going to say, go and say hello to the wife and spend some time with her before you spend the afternoon watching football. But
we welcome anybody on the channel, Matt. So we appreciate you, Vamos Malaga.
Especially Matt Rains, who I believe doesn't live too far away from Long Eaton, who have just signed Nathan Tyson of all people.
I played against Long Eaton, I think 3 years ago on a Tuesday night in a pointless cup, and they absolutely ran us ragged.
Oh well, like I say, what level are they at, Long Eaton?
They've gone up a lot since I played them.
Well, I think naturally, Luke.
It'll be one of the counties. I'm not sure which one, but it's definitely one of the counties.
No. To be fair, after seeing your exploits, and as a time for anyone who is in the chat who wants to plug your new Instagram account, Luke, is it Yorkshire Footy Lad or something like that?
Yorkshire Footy Lad 7. It's just a bit of I think I needed a bit of a project after finishing football myself. I dare say it were all my own idea to start an Instagram, but it definitely wasn't. Laura's the one pushing it. I'm far too lazy for that kind of thing.
No, exactly. I don't know. I'm tempted. You've inspired me a little bit. I was noting my local proper non-league side is Garstang, just up the way here.
Yeah.
And they're Northwest Counties Premier, I think, but they've got a lad on there who scored 10 goals in 13 games. So I'm like, I need to go and see this lad. It seems to be.
In all fairness, I've had one or two people asking me, am I missing football and do I want to get back into it? And after playing it for 29 years kind of thing, I don't miss it at all. I mean, I've had a lot of horrific injuries, but the ground hopping thing really is just a nice way of just getting out, a couple of beers, bit of food, and just watching some football. What you don't care about the score, you're just there for the love of football.
Oh, exactly. Well, maybe you can come over to Garstang. We'll go watch them up the way.
We'll do it in a bit of tapas after the game.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Tom O'Nick says, "Hey guys." Shane says, "Yes, lad. Third jersey looking well." I think the third jersey's really grown on people at the minute. It's still not up there for me. Just been keeping my eye on the actual game out the corner of my eye. Not too much happening, but maybe just gives us a chance to talk about the starting 11, Luke, because only the one change this week, and that was Daniel Lorenzo coming in for David Larrubia. For you, do you think that's a good move, or I don't understand why you wouldn't have Larrubia on in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan who would love to watch David Larrubia play 90 minutes every week. I think he's that good. But I think we touched on it before that we do have a good bit of squad depth in the team. So I think there is going to be these little rotations where we do question it a bit. But is Lorenzo for Larrubia a bad move or a level par move? I mean, they're both great players.
They're both great players. Yeah, it's for me, it's a flat move, and a flat move probably suggests that
it's an easy move to make.
Yeah, and you I think by taking Larrubia out, you lose your edge going forward a little bit, but you reinforce your midfield a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
Him and Sangali, Lorenzo and Sangali are very similar players for me. Roman will be the same when he comes back to full fitness as well. They're players who can pick a pass, but they are easy on the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Whereas Larrubia, he's a deep line attacker. He's the person who runs at people. He'll unlock things. So
100%. I mean, the situation, which is obviously a great situation to have in football, is fingers crossed in the next 2 weeks we could see Ramon and Haitam back in this squad, and then we'll start seeing some big names coming out of this team potentially, and then really seeing out how good of a squad we actually have if they all prove what they're worth.
Well, that's it. You've only got 11 starting places on a Saturday, and someone's going to have to miss out. So hopefully, competition and for places brings out the best in people. So we've got some more hellos here. Says Sir Darius says hello. Dominic says he just came back from Malaga yesterday. Missed last weekend's games as it was a missus's birthday. How inconsiderate. Yes, inconsiderate, Mrs. Dominic. Michael Phillips says link with Matt at half time. We don't know actually. He has the link, so
it seems it seems a bit of a hectic place in there, so a bit of a cauldron atmosphere. So potentially,
yeah, exactly. So
I think I totally agree with Carl, Nick. There, Pellicer seems to be going a bit more cautious away from home. I think we said that during the Castellon game as well.
We did, yeah. If there's anything that says live stream from watching Malaga from home, is your daughter bringing a broken part of the radiator to you? Right, well, I'll have to fix in a minute. You go and do what you were doing. Which radiator did it come off?
My bedroom.
Right, okay.
I didn't mess with it. I was trying to put it back on.
Okay, I'll sort it. Don't worry.
That's all that Reiki is about.
So, in answer to your question, Michael, maybe. We shall see. Carl says Pear seems to be going a bit more cautious away from home, which I suppose is a good plan, really. No, you go downstairs, please. Kids.
Decisions, Nick. Decisions.
It's not open just yet. It's primed. It's primed.
Yeah, like we mentioned a minute ago, I think it's we've mentioned in previous pods and previous streams. I think if we attack games away from home, looking at let's respect the point, and then if we can get them 3, it's a great 3. La Rosaleda is obviously our fortress where we can attack. These kind of games, we don't know much about Linares. End of the day, if we have good players going in second half, maybe to unlock them.
Well, this is it, and you can't tell from the bloody camera angle, but you can see that they're set up again to play wide, keep hold of the ball where they can do. For all intents and purposes, it sounds like they've got quite a decent squad. This isn't coming up a team like Baleares who are now bottom of the league or were bottom of the league. I'm not too sure if they've won this weekend, but you could see that they were poor when we were playing them. This has got a bit more of a banana skin feel to it for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Carl says, which radiator sweepstake draw at half time? Yeah, well, I'll reveal that at half time. Put your bets on now. Not that I want to promote things, but I'm a bit concerned because I've just put the heat on, so I don't know what this has done.
The heating?
It says its own thing. 29th of September, the heating's on. Whew.
Here we go. Malagrande attack, giving the ball away again. I think that little move there, if anybody caught it, kind of sums this first. Oh, Pellicer with a touch. Kind of sums this first 25 minutes up for both teams.
He didn't quite get the Daniel Farker levels of that, did he?
That was nice. That was nice. Do you think, Nick, obviously, I mean, there can't be any negatives to it. The 2,000 Malaguistas going to the game. Do you think that could prove pivotal towards the end of the game or just steer them on?
Well, I think it's something that Malaga won't be used to. Like I say, they do travel in numbers. But I think the average is maybe around 500, 600 fans that travel. 2,000 is for Spain massive. But to be fair to Linares, I thought the reason why they'd let us have 2,000 because they couldn't fill their stadium, but they seem to have got a fair amount behind them as well.
Yeah,
I know it's only a 10,000 seat stadium, but it looks like there's a good 4 or 5 there in the stadium, and obviously what we can't see in this particular camera angle behind it. So
it's refreshing to see at this level.
Oh, lovely little header on. Oh, here he comes. He's offside.
I don't know who shared the post in the Guiricast chat about one of the B teams playing at home. Sociedad, I think it was.
Oh, it was me.
And it's literally like the field in our village.
Yeah. I know they're playing at the training ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just wrong. It's wrong.
It's awful, and no two doubts that we'd have to double check. But if Granada are at home that weekend, we'll be playing at
on the beach
Granada training ground, like the CUAD, the Granada ground, or something like 500 seats.
Yeah.
And then I think, to be fair to Atletico Madrid Bay, I think they've got a pretty decent set up, but again, it's still the training ground.
Yeah.
You know, we're not playing at the Wanda. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, like you touched on a minute ago, a lot of Spanish teams don't take away fans, but when teams can see like what Malaga bring, you give them the tickets, they'll fill it or sell as much as they can. If not a small amount, they'll take 100, 200. If teams aren't offering that, it takes a bit out of the game.
No, well, exactly. You know, and I think we'll see more of that in this season, especially with so many teams based in Andalusia. You know what I mean? This isn't a short trip. I thought this was like a little drop down the road, but it's still in Andalusia, but it's still a massive haul. You know, people leaving early this morning.
I mean, in terms of what the Malaga fans have been through over the last year, I think on Google Maps I looked and it's still a 2.5 hour drive. It's not like from Doncaster to Sheffield or Blackpool to Liverpool, I guess. It's still a long way.
It's a hell of a way. But even just looking around the sides here, there are some Malaga fans that are sat in that far away stand, or that far stand as well, which must be the home one.
I think just based on Twitter, from what like Matt said, and I've seen Christian Markowski put a few things, the Linares fans have been very welcoming. There's in a bit of a brotherhood of the clubs. Obviously, they're playing similar colours, a similar badge. I think he's touched on the pod, but it seems like everyone's getting along. I mean, you look at the weather and football at 6 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. How can you not be happy? But we've seen it before.
Still cannot wait for. You know what? I think this Kingsley thing, if it does happen, that's completely ruined it for October for us, because I was looking at going. San Fernando is a bit too short notice now.
Yeah.
I still think, you know what, Melilla, Castilla, they could be goes, like little treats to myself.
Yeah.
Off the table now, aren't they?
I think it would flight prices taught me out of them too. But now we've got, Alcoyano and San Lequenio booked, so I'm happy with that for now. January, February, March looks very promising. And even the wife's been talking about a trip over in February, and that's her, not me.
That's the way to go, isn't it? That's the way to go. But yeah, I think if I might go again in December if I can. Yeah. I think Algeciras I saw flights for like 60 quid. It's not bad.
Can't knock that.
Not bad. What do you want?
Just in the chat, we've got Cal lacking cutting edge so far. I agree, mate. I think both teams have, in all fairness. And Craig, looking good, sounding good in Lincoln. Vamos, Malaga. I reckon your daughter has fitted up the radiator incident.
What do you mean you want to spend time with me? I spent time with you all weekend. Why are you emotionally blackmailing me?
Everybody wants to watch Malaga.
Everyone does want to watch Malaga. You just want to be on the telly, don't you? That's what you're thinking.
No.
You just want to be on telly. Is that what it is?
No. I do not want to be on telly.
I'll tell you what, I think it looks like Linares are quite happy just to knock the ball around the back for a long while, waiting for the chance, don't they? Yeah. It seems to be the one for me. Feels a bit like it's what Ian Holloway used to do when he was Blackpool manager.
I think we've...
No, go and watch telly or something.
A bit of nice football from Malaga here, but then another strong tackle from Linares. Ooh, Victor jumping in there. Ben Linares come on the counter. But recovers really, really well. I think Malaga just need to, and again, giving ball away, they just need to settle down. Guys in the comments, after 30 minutes, are we agreeing with me and Nick that teams are just struggling to get hold of the ball? I can't remember a shot, really. It's not been very good, in all honesty. If Malaga don't set off quick, normally the other team at least sets off quick, but I think this game's been pretty drubbed so far. As Linares come on the attack, but lacklustre of the game, Malaga intercept, and now Joaquin comes forward with it.
Sorry, chap, some negotiation going on.
I think that's Roberto on the edge of the area, keeping the ball. I've got a switch.
Well, that's it. It's just the thinking, isn't it? So you can't actually see anything.
No, nothing.
Oh, has he kept that in there?
No, and again, it sums the game up so far, I think. One thing so far as well, Nick, Linares have halted Victor coming forward. I've not seen him once in there half really with the ball.
No, that's it. I think they seem to be pushing us wide, and this is where I'm thinking we're going to quite miss Larubia. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's the one that can cut inside quite easily, who plays narrow, and he's going to run at people. Whereas when you've got that flat midfield, there isn't a lot being created, unfortunately.
No. I mean, I think one player who he won't feel harshly done by, because obviously it was a good squad performance last week, but I think Juan Hernandez can't be far off getting a start in the 11. Every time he's came on, he's sent to show a bit of class.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. And he was rewarded with a goal last week for that. I thought he played quite well starting against Cathion as well. I think just going back to that little pluck out of the air he did to set up for Roberto. You know, he's clearly got some quality and a bit of another senior head, which in these games can be the difference.
Yeah, definitely. Well, late tackle from Linares, number 14, Valero, and that's the first player into the book. It's a strong tackle, and I think it's Canaro. No, Nelson, the man from Nelson Monte.
It is. It's never good to see your players go down, is it? Just a note on this kit as well. Quite like this kit.
It's a nice kit.
It is. I just like the blue and gold.
I think the shirt, as I'm sat in it now, the shirt, if you were sat around the pool in the Costa del or walking down the beach or sat having a couple of canyas, will go down well. In the middle of Doncaster in the rain and cold. It's not really that shirt. It's not that shirt.
No, I've got to say you have to be in the sunshine for these kind of kits, don't you? But yes. On says here, looking good, sounding good. We've already read that one. Not much happening, says Paul. Radiator incident has been a highlight so far. I'd agree with you. Biggest game of some of these players' careers. That's a big claim from D. Hiles as well. Second half, I'd expect us to get 2. I think that's what we're looking for, isn't it, Luke? We are very much in the idea that, you know, some of these teams will get teams will get tired.
I would like to think that we have got the quality to come off the bench, and like Mr. Hiles has put, some of these players are never. I know Málaga aren't what they used to be, clearly, but this is a huge game for these guys. Easy. I think we've said it before, and every team we play is going to pretty much be their cup final.
No, I wouldn't disagree with that at all. Dr. Me VIP says, fast and frantic, the last 20 will open up as usual, and hopefully our fitness will tell. Again, I think that's something that's been growing in our favour in these last few games as well. We've been quite energetic till the end, where teams have wasted away. He also says it's 30 degrees in high end today.
30 degrees.
We
outsee much. I don't think there's any wind, anything, so
no,
God knows what it's like the temperature. As Málaga come on the attack.
That's good football from Kevin and Roberto.
Joaquin on the overlap.
Ball in. Ooh. You just want to see one of them there have a shot from there. You see where it kind of opened up a little bit?
Yeah.
Not you. You said you're going to be quiet.
Do you think that's one thing we've struggled with, Nick? Do you think you'd like to see us pull the trigger a bit more instead of going for the goal?
Absolutely. And again, I think that's what maybe Ramon is a bit more of a specialist at. I think Daniel Larubia, if he gets half the chance, I think once he does it once and succeeds, he'll do it time and time again.
Don't get me wrong. I know it's a Spanish thing. I mean, I always explain to everybody a Spanish team with majority levels would technically beat a hell of a lot of English teams, European teams. Spanish players are technically brilliant.
Well, that's why they all come over here and play their football, don't they? This is... and you see it more and more, to be fair, in England. You know, I still think we're missing that little bit element, but you see the likes of Phil Foden's come through for England. He's clearly,
it's a new generation, isn't it?
On a 7-a-side pitch rather than on grass, so to speak. It's a lot different from where we used to do it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do you ever get a freeze, Nick, on your stream, where you just have to reload it?
No, I haven't. No, I'm up to 35 minutes now.
Yeah, it's exactly the same here now. But like pretty much every game I've had, every 20 minutes, it'll just do it. All you do is literally refresh and it comes perfectly on again.
I think this is the first time I've used it on my iPad as well.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for something to go wrong. Yen says that he's got a
Jens.
2-0 bet on it. Nuria Rossello says, "Hello, Nick. My name is Alejandro. Bienvenido, Alejandro."
Goal!
Oh!
Get it!
What has happened there? I couldn't even
No
see
idea.
that. I did not even see that.
Well, we'd love to tell you anybody that about the goal, but
I'd love to tell it because the camera's now gone back to the middle bit.
And now we're into the Haim fan, the Linares fans, and it is.
I think it was Roberto.
I think it's that boy Roberto, you know.
Roberto again. Right, here we go. Oh, and it's just a flick over. Tell you what, that is a crap replay. Good ball in from Victor. Big header. That is a big header there.
It's a great header. It is a great header.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's embrace it. Let's see if this happens. Matt Harrison.
Is it too early for mini scarves? Is it too early for mini scarves?
I can't hear you, man.
We enjoyed it. Roberto was scorer. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but there's the scarves to him.
He's the hero. I'd say this boy can get 15, 20 goals this season. And look at that away end. Just look in the way, man. We don't know.
Feels like you're there. We might as well be there now. There he goes. He might reappear at half time, but
something what may make us feel like that. I've nicked some off my little niece. Ole, ole, ole.
You need to be stood at the front of the Fondo Doncaster. Right. Considering that everyone else seems to be having the day off, I've now got to do the goal update.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you that. If not, I'd do it if you need to. But yeah, Carl, like Carl says, another Victor assist. In a game what's lacked quality, a good cross, a good header. And look at them Málaga fans now.
They're absolutely loving it, aren't they?
It feels like we've just been in the middle of them.
It does feel like we're there. And I hope everyone else felt the same way.
Let's hopefully we can build. I think throughout all this, Nick, I don't think we've ever got a celebration like correct.
No, I only knew we scored because you went goal, and I was like,
I wasn't sure if you were looking. I wasn't sure if you were looking or not.
I was trying to say the word bienvenido to our friend Alejandro, and welcome as well, Alejandro. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I think again. Goal just before half time. That's a good time to score, isn't it?
And I've just noticed Linares have made a sub, and it's actually there. Or is he the captain and most experienced player? Rodriguez came off. Can only assume it's an injury, but that must be a big loss for them. And we aren't trying to jinx anything on the holiday treble that I seem to have every week. Torremolinos, Marbella, and Malaga. And Malaga victory will bring me in another £20.
Nice.
It's just a bit of fun, but the holiday guys seem to be doing it for me this year. Linares corner, swinging it in, and we're safe with that. It's a poor corner. You'd like to think that in these situations that we do actually have a good mix of experience and youth. Like when you look at his defence, the experience what's in there, we should see games like this out till half time. Whereas in previous years, we never felt confident at any point, do we?
No, I think we was always playing on the back football, even when we were winning. You know, we'd always feel like, oh well, when are we going to concede, so to speak? So this is welcome. I like this.
Yeah.
Right, I have to now do the score for the stream. All these jobs, Luke. Honestly, whilst Chris Marquez is sunning himself in a bar in La Cala.
Yeah, he said he's having a family day. Where it's funny how it's Ajax versus Feyenoord on this day. We know where he is, the dog.
Yeah, and I'm literally sending my daughters going, I want to spend some time with you. I'm like going, no, go away. You keep talking. Oh, righty then.
Imagine the feeling, a Malaga team, 4 wins on the bounce, 2 away wins on bounce. This is the football we signed up for.
Absolutely, it is.
We were shite for years for this reason.
Just been waiting for it.
Did you have any luck with the clock, Nick? I think, did somebody message him one day about a clock?
Someone did mention something about a clock. The clock's ball fruit.
Oh.
The clock's not impossible, but it's like it would be in lieu of the score.
Yeah,
let's put it that way. I know the score's not right now, but I'm working on it. But you'd have to have it over the same part, and then like if it's any stoppages, I don't know. We can only tell you. And to be fair, we don't 100% know what time it is every single time that we do it.
No.
So
I do think the score is the score in football is the number one of anything.
can just about get that to work at the minute.
Yeah.
There we go. Right.
Malaga seem to be keeping the ball a lot better.
Go. Now we're up to
ball. But that's like we've said in recent streams as well, Nick, that if without jinxing, we haven't been good, we haven't dominated, but if we could get a second goal pretty much straight, well, not straight away, but either side of half time, like we did at Linares, let's kill this game early.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. They're actually going to go get in at half time, put themselves in the right frame. And the thing is, like you say, we've still got quality to come on.
Yeah. I think like I can't remember who it was who actually mentioned it, but you're gonna get a lot of teams who come at Malaga for first half an hour who probably haven't really got too much quality. But again, it's the cup final. They're gonna run their things off, and eventually they're gonna tire. If Malaga can prove that we are one of the big dogs in this league, I think we are gonna show us class against a lot of these. I'd say minnows, but maybe that's being a bit harsh on them.
Well, I think now we're starting to see that getting towards half time this heat. There's no two doubts in the last 10 minutes that Malaga have been the better side, and they've been rewarded for that with their goal. I think the same will probably happen in the second half. I think they'll come out after half time, maybe have a good 10, 15 minutes, and that gives you half an hour to pick them off, really.
Yeah. I mean, the old saying in football is, as an away team, come out and silence the home fans, but I don't think Malaga have an issue with that. I mean, we know that Malaga's a hell of a fan base, which make a lot of noise and like to party. If anything, Linares need to probably keep the Malaguistas quiet.
Well, that'll always be trouble, but to be fair, like you say, you just see these Malaga shirts dotted in amongst the home end as well. So
dangerous looking free kick for Malaga here with Kevin about to swing it in. It's a beautiful ball. I think it's going to be a corner, I think.
Well, that is a beautiful ball. That is the kind of ball you want attacking. Corner 2. Malaga.
Has anybody stood out at all, Nick, so far?
No,
nothing at all. Are you, are you on ratings? Are you on ratings this week?
I was supposed to be on ratings last week, but I forgot to do it. So it's either me or Chris this week.
Don't give it Chris. Fair, if Chris is watching.
I can only judge it on who's been on this left-hand side for the first half, and then who's been on the right-hand side for the second. So ratings-wise, I think I'll do 2. First half and the second half. But at the minute, despite us being ahead and growing into this game, this hasn't been a brilliant game for Malaga, I must say, so far. No. But that's because we've got very high standards.
I mean, in fairness, as we've spoke, have we got going yet this season? Which it's not a bad thing if we're gathering all these points. And have we seen a performance yet where we're like, we are good or we was very good?
Well, probably not. Maybe with the exception of the B teams, but then we don't count them because you're not coming up against too much of a competition. But
no.
I put us in comparison to good clearance. I put us in comparison to Dick Schroeder's Castellon. And if you've not seen it on Twitter, go and have a little look. Oh, Kevin. Some silky football there with a lovely step over crossing. Back post. Ooh.
I will admit, until the last 3-4 minutes, I didn't even know Kevin was playing, but it seems like now he's pulled his socks up and he's going on.
Yeah, it was a lovely little dummy step over just to get away from his man. He did have a little jinx in before as well, which was quite good. But 3 minutes of extra time for this half. In answer to your question, no, I don't think we have. And again, I was just saying, if you go and look on Twitter, or if you go to my Twitter and see how Castellón played this weekend and how they scored last night, that's a team that is really ticking at the minute. Another big clearance there from Linares. They'll want to see half time, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of pressure coming in on that Linares goal right now. I think we've also said it before, Nick, regarding the Castellón game. We went there against a tough place to go, and clearly one of the better teams in the league. And we lost to an 88th minute goal. It's like, if we could have got a point there, and you look at this team, potentially 4 wins or bounce, and we're kind of saying we haven't got going yet. We haven't shown the force what we are.
Well, that's it. But the thing is that'll either come and you'll start to see, really flawless appearances, or this might just be the way. This might be the way where we're picking teams off. You're not going to see fluid football, or total football or anything like that from it, because we are just hitting people on the counter attack all the time and taking our chances from hitting Roberto essentially at the minute.
Yeah, definitely.
That's basically the sum of what we've seen, which I will take every single day of the week.
Do you think, or anybody in the chat, do we think Pellicer's got his best 11 minus the odd little Nick Everett every week now?
Maybe. I think that I don't know, actually, because I don't want to disrespect Juande in any way. I think Juande's done well since that first game and obviously taking his chance, but I don't know if I just prefer, or I feel safer with Einar. I think he's shown that he's a lot more solid. But then again, he had those 2 mistakes for Castellón. You know what I mean? I think it's hard.
I mean, I am a Juande fan. I'm on a Football Manager save 13 years in, and Juande's still the only Malaguista sat in the team. But like Carl's just said, and I 100% agree with this, Ramon comes into that best 11.
But that's it. But for who? Who do you sacrifice?
Exactly.
Here? Because...
I mean, we talk about Hightown regularly. Who comes out for Hightown? Kevin, David Larubia, Lorenzo. They're all similar players.
Well, I think Hightown's got a job in his hand to get in at the minute as it is, because at the end of the day, Pellicer is getting the best of both with Dione and Roberto at the minute. Roberto has really made himself the primary striker, and Dione kept coming in off the right, seems to be doing a lot of work as well. And let's not forget, he really liked doing that with Chavarria too. Yeah. He could have played multiple people out on that right-hand side towards the back end of the season, but persisted with Chavarria alongside Ruben Castro. So we shall see. But Ramon, for me, he's got to come in, but then it's who do you take out? I don't think Gennaro is a like-for-like player. I think he's kind of maybe the only true defensive midfielder that we've got. Yeah. I remember they've got Juanpe as well. You know what I mean? He's still in the mix too. As a midfielder. Yeah, as Paul says here, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I totally agree with Paul. I mean, obviously, in recent years, we haven't had anywhere near this kind of conversation. It's been a matter of we've got 11, and is that 11 even good enough? Never mind a squad of 20. I mean, they took 22 players again today, and many of them could walk into that team.
Yeah, but the thing is, we say that we've not had this kind of conversation for years. A lot of the players that we're talking about have been with the club for a long time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
but it's either they're getting better and making themselves more important, which is probably the case, or B, are they better because we've dropped down a league? And if we was to be in Segunda and have this conversation, would it be the same? I don't think.
I think this is going back 3-4 months to a very heated conversation what we had in the community, and I think you were on par with me what we were saying, Nick, in terms of this is a great time to put our youth in there. These guys have had the loan spells, they've been at Malagueño, and they're meant to be good. Is this not the perfect time at these kind of levels to say, right, here's your chance. If you're good enough, prove it. If you're not, Benalmadena, Marbella, away you go.
Well, that's literally the crux of the matter at the minute. It's are you either good enough to go up and play in Segunda and be professional, or are you are you going to do the circuit from now on? And we're now joined our usual halftime segment with Mr. Matt Harrison.
Looks like a rock star.
Hello.
Kind of sporty.
I heard my name. Hi. I can't hear you very well because they've got a loudspeaker on here, very loud. It looked good from here. It looked controlled. Looked like, we weren't creating much, but we had all the ball. Quite relaxing again. It reminded me a little bit of the Baleares game where the first 10 minutes we were a bit slow out the blocks, but otherwise all good, I think. I don't know what it looked like on TV.
Yeah, look, more of the same. We can't actually tell, Matt. You've probably got a better view than us.
I really cannot hear you today, sorry. It's very loud in here. But it's very, very hot here. Very, very hot. Sun shining. As you can see from lots of people with their tops off. So I won't keep you much longer because they've got a really loud loudspeaker here. But I will say, what a football ground this is. Look at this. Look at this.
That is a proper football ground.
Absolutely.
It's like a little coliseum, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that Matt gone?
I think that's Matt frozen. I'll okay. Just
goodbye, Matt.
He'll be back in a minute. Oh wait, no, he's back now. There we go.
Hey,
he's back again.
It's not let me leave.
See,
I'm sure he'll get over it.
Well, hopefully he's doing a Vamos. Is it the Estadio de Linares?
I've got it written down somewhere. Estadio Municipal de Linares. Yeah.
So you know you're in quality when you play at the municipal stadium. But it does look really. I'm just looking over it now, and it does feel like a proper, like you said. When you go to quintessential proper English grounds, your gig lanes, your Spotlands,
I mean, I know like, we haven't done it yet, and we spoke regular about it. But these away days with Malaga, even not Malaga, just these like you said, these grounds. That I mean, just looking at, I've still got an iPad now. Sunshine, smoke, just everything looks Spanish. If that makes sense, it just looks brilliant.
Well,
it really
where
does.
did Matt go last week? Was it Alorin del Torre or somewhere like that?
Yeah,
he went to watch Alorin something or other. But they've got the bars like next to the pitch, and you can sit there, and it's like sitting and get in a proper little bodega type thing.
It's just different to what we know. I mean, like when I've been doing my ground hopping recently, and you've been to a million grounds, obviously. The English grounds have got. This is going to sound so daft. The English grounds look so English. British grounds, British.
Regimented, in it. Like you go to the pub before and near the ground. You go in
real
the ground,
history.
Yeah, go for the turnstile, get your pie and your drink, and then you go to sit in the stand or stand in the stand, and then that's it. Half time's that. Whereas I think here. Or certainly even below this level, the fact you can just walk up and you can sit wherever you want, you can do whatever.
I mean, I don't know about you.
I've not 100% thought about this yet, but I tell you what, if you're up for it, if there is a game on locally on Sunday, because we're not flying back until 9 o'clock at night, half 8 at night.
100%.
Let's go find a game.
Laura knows, and she totally accepts that the Alcliano weekend is the football weekend. San Luqueño 2 weeks after is football. But with a trip, this one is the football, and she loves it. I have the phone on next to me, Nick, with YouTube on it, so it's like about 10 seconds behind. A minute ago, and we were going like that. It's like an Italiano cooking show.
Mucho.
The Guiricast. Who doesn't love the Guiricast?
Oh no. Well, we're like I say, we are light on numbers this week. I don't know where Alex is. I want to assume he's at work, but
I think he's at work. He says he was working late.
He's also a mysterious character for a 21-year-old. He is ebbed in mystery. It could be any. He says he's at work, but he could be doing something else. Like you say, Chris is on a family day down in my beloved La Cala. I was very jealous when he said that. So just leaves me and thee.
Yeah.
Just to hold down the fort, I suppose. Which leave the best in charge.
That's it, mate. just looking at some results from today, if anyone's interested. We've got Atletico Beredes 1, Cueta 0, which I think, like Nick says, drops them to the bottom of the league. You've got Melilla 1, Algeciras 2. You've got San Fernando 1, Real Murcia 1, and obviously us. So when you look at the league table, there's a few surprises, really, Nick. I mean, like, if you went on the bookie / I think we saw a few things on Twitter. Real Murcia were I know, and again, I know it's very, very early doors. I think Real Murcia was meant to be one of the top teams. They're sitting down in 14th at the moment.
Yeah, they were. I think they were tipped ahead of Castellón and us. As I think we were third in the betting at the time, and I think Real Murcia did do some quite good recruitment in the summer as well. It doesn't appear to be going right for them at all at the minute. No. I think just looking around us from memory, I don't think Algeciras are far behind us. I think they were in something like, are they fourth now? Because I think they were in seventh.
They're fourth now. Currently, we've got Castellón top on 13 points after 5. Cueta, which, again, we don't know too much about this league, but I think that's a bit of a surprise. But they're 13 points after 5, and then we've got Málaga sat with 12 points.
And that's live, isn't it? So that's 12
that's live,
points.
That's so live. So fingers crossed. We will be
just behind us with a game in hand as well. Am I right in saying?
Who's that? Sorry,
Ibiza just behind us with a game in hand, or fifth or sixth.
Yeah, I mean, Ibiza's done well. We've had this chat in the Guiricast WhatsApp group. Ibiza's done good business, but Ibiza's signed a lot of our players. They're aged, dated, maybe. Are they 90-minute players these days and stuff like that?
I'm not too sure.
We can build.
Well, that's it. I think they're good players. Don't get me wrong, Giscassi was one we definitely want to keep. I would have kept Alex Gaillard as well. Being perfectly honest, I don't think we got to see the best of him. And
no, we didn't.
Obviously, there's tragic circumstances around that didn't help do that. But I think those are the ones you've got to keep your eye on. Castellón are the ones that are going to set the pace now, clearly. Ibiza will, especially when they get that game in hand played, whenever they got it sorted, they'll be up there. And then I think it's us and maybe the rest. I think some of them are up there on merit. You know, these guys weren't far away. I think these would be winning right now, they'd go up to 4th or 5th as well, if I remember rightly. So tight early days, only 5 days in. Carl Smith says, how will we know how Yeovil went on now? I will tell you how Yeovil went on right now. They won away at Hampton and Richmond, I believe, because they put something on about winning away in the capital. And I was like, that is such a Devonshire thing to say. Like,
well, it's bullying the conference self.
Yes, well, that's exactly it. And Paul says, not flying back until Monday on the Alcoyano weekend, so up for any other games.
Yeah, we can always
we could find ourselves something fun to do.
We certainly will.
That being said, my hotel's got an infinity pool, so I don't know if I should be in there all day, really enjoying it, like in November, which should be really cold.
We hope not.
No, it won't be. It won't be. It'll be really warm. And I'm literally planning on going to the hotel and saying, can I have my room now? I've got golden VIP shite from hotels.com. Can I have it now? Early check-in, bag in the room, swimming shorts on, go sit in there for a bit. Paul, you're all welcome to join me. Come sit in the pool by the bar, have some beers, and then get ready for the meet-up. But it is, what time is it? A 6 o'clock kickoff?
Yeah, 6 o'clock. So, I mean, to be fair, a lot of the lads met quite early last time, if you remember. I was still doing 25k around Ben Medina on a bike for some reason.
Getting yourself a glorious glow, I believe it was.
It's what
you turned up. I think I got second-degree sunburn just from sitting next to you, if I'm honest.
I was so
sitting under one of them halogen lamps.
I was so burned. But like we've touched on 1,000 times, what a trip, what a day.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be a real good laugh.
And the strange thing is, this time we can actually all meet. And dare we say we might feel confident going into a game?
I think we would. I think we've got another
I think minus this stuff.
People just keep coming into the chat here.
The boss.
People who aren't even watching the game.
Boss man.
The boss man.
The boss is here.
He's going to check on us and make sure that we're being well behaved.
We are, mate.
Yeah, I'm checking on you guys.
Where are you now? Are you
Chris,
still in La Cala or are you just chilling out?
No, I'm just arrived home, and then we're moving. Well, we're going away again soon.
Sounds
It looks
ominous.
very nice, Chris.
We had We're like I live above a restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you caught any of the game, Chris?
Yeah, a bit. We had dinner at or we had lunch at a restaurant in La Cala de Mijas.
Oh, is it the Dutch one?
No,
Oh, you should go to the Dutch one. It's really nice.
it's a very Spanish one, which serves pork, and it has been around for 200 years.
I think I know which one you mean.
It's near the road.
Yeah. What's it called?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it El
very famous. It's very famous and very old.
Cortejillos, something like that?
No, it's called.
I've just been there.
Yeah.
You just said it was really famous.
Was it nice, Chris? Was it nice? That's the main thing.
Yeah, my dad paid, so it was nice.
Yeah, it's always
Ah.
nice. Then when it's free, it's always nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Free lunch.
take twice
Yeah,
as
that's
nice when it's free.
I had a nice cheesecake as dessert.
Ooh. Ooh.
But we have a big announcement tomorrow.
We can't wait.
We do, but we've got
We can't say anything about it yet, but tomorrow at 12 o'clock,
secretive.
we have a big announcement. Very big. It's huge. It's
Big.
Premier League big, we can say.
It certainly is. It
Don't
certainly
give
is.
too much away.
Or can we
Chris,
even say it's Champions League big?
No, not
never.
this season. Not this season.
Yeah, it's Champions League big.
We might even need to use the new Guiricast instrument, what we've got.
Maybe. What's that?
What a Málaga! Ole, ole, ole. And a mini scarf.
Where's the pen? Where's the pen?
The pen is somewhere. It'll be somewhere.
It's downstairs.
But I thought maybe we can have someone announcing it for us, so we don't have. Shh, we are recording. Look, all those kids.
Damn youths.
Why aren't they watching Malaga?
One is wearing a Málaga kit, but one is also wearing a Real Madrid kit.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Not a bad ratio, that though. One Real Madrid shirt.
But I think we. Hey. They're now all looking at me.
I can't wait for Chris to get beat up on this live stream. That is content you cannot
They're all
buy.
14 years old. I can have them all.
Oh well, whilst you're getting your head kicked in, Linares have kicked us off this half. We're back underway. Did you see any of the first half at all, Chris? Or
I've seen the goal.
yeah, and what did you think?
Who scored it? Mr. 20.
Roberto.
Mr. 20 goal scored.
To be honest, Chris, the goal is the only thing of the game so far. Nothing's happened.
It's been a very poor game in all.
I've been watching in the car a bit, but yeah. I will show you my views.
And we are so jealous of that.
Yeah. I'll show you my views, but I'm stuck in here.
Mine's not worth looking at.
No, it's just blowing a gale here in Blackpool.
So I'm leaving. But everybody, check our Twitter tomorrow at 12.
Yep.
Yeah, 12.
Yep.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
12 UK time as well, so not 12 your time. You've got to do it at 1 o'clock your time, yeah?
And everybody get one of these set.
Oh, yes. Maybe we can find someone to announce it for us, so we don't have to do it.
But we don't know anyone.
We can work on something.
Yeah, I think we know someone. The right person. I think we have the right person for this.
Oh, that's a bit crossing that. Really? Almost. You're just a little bit taller.
So I leave you guys with the stream.
Enjoy your day, Chris.
Thank you very much for joining us.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe or I'll come and find you.
And you don't need that.
I'm not joking.
That is the words of a man who is filled quite currently with pork and Victoria.
I'm threatening 14.
Threatening the listeners.
And I was threatening, yes.
Yes.
Enjoy, everyone.
Adios, Chris.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Adios, amigo.
Oh, right then. Oh, back to football now. Anyway,
very refreshing to see Mr. Guiricast, Mr. Chris Marquez.
It's nice to see everyone, isn't it?
It is, mate. Really is. So where's that other guy that we know, that Mr. Alex Ashmore?
Alex Ashmore was going to tune in from a pub
on his bike when he ran from work.
Yeah. I'm getting there for the last 20 minutes.
In all fairness, if Yeovil had a good win in the capital yesterday, he might have had a bit of a celebration.
Potentially. So, but yeah, not that we've missed anything too far. 4 minutes into the second half, there was a couple of crosses went in that looked a little bit dangerous. But Malaga now kicking from left to right, so we're going to get a good close up of Hooking and Dione in this second half,
and that's it.
That's all you can tell. You can tell who Herrero is because he's got that wonderful pink kit on.
Yeah, I think Laura's got her eyes on that shirt.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted.
Wow,
Michael Phillips says Newcastle winning 7-0 at Sheffield United. Bloody hell!
Really? Never? Really?
That is some result that there. Let's have a look. Sure, Michael's not lying to us. I'm not saying you to lie, Michael. I've got to check my source. They are 7-0 up.
Never.
And a goals from 7 different players as well.
What minute's that on?
It's on 75 minutes. We're 3-0 up at half time. Goals from Sean Langstaff, Byrne, Botman, Wilson Gordon, Almiron, and Bruno Guimaraes.
Wow. A bloke who I work with, he's one of those diehard fans. Like, he'll get his missus to dress up in Sheffield United gear. His bedding's Sheffield. His blinds are Sheffield. Everything.
What do you mean Sheffield United gear?
Honest, well, just don't use your imagination, I suppose.
Like that. Why am I dressed like a steel worker?
Stop calling me Billy. Stop calling me Billy.
Says, don't think the goalkeeper shirts are for sale this season.
Well, if you go to the shop in the Central Commercial Centre, we saw them there last year, but they never sell them at La Rosaleda for some reason.
So you think, especially with the new shop, because we have seen them on sale because someone sent us a picture of him on sale.
Yeah.
Maybe the Hummel shop as well. That's somewhere to look out.
I think I got mine last year on classicfootballshirts.com. The
away one, yeah, the peach one. Yeah, I did as well.
Paul Henahan, I've seen someone wearing it. I think they said, like Nick's just said, I'm sure that they are on sale at the stadium this year. However, as we all know, or obviously we've not been over yet, but as has been reported, there seems to be a bit of an issue with the sales this year. I think Keith put again that they've run out of away shirts.
Well, as long as there's home ones left when I get there.
Yeah.
That was kind of why I was hoping to go in. I just cannot bring myself to buy the sponsorless one.
No, this is the only sponsors.
Ooh.
Oh. If not, we might have to nip down to Keith's Lucky Shop and buy a €20 away shirt.
Keith's shop now. I'm pretty sure that's what Keith's doing on the side now. He's not quite ready to retire yet. That's his store now.
I think it is. A lot of promotion on Twitter.
Yeah, Keith, who I believe is watching it in Bardibensia today.
Yeah,
over down in Ballamadina.
I spoke to Keith earlier, and I think his plans were that he would actually go into the game, and then a transport issue, so they haven't been able to. So, like you've just said, he went to Geary Army HQ, and he'll be down at Barra-Benza now, sampling a couple of these things, I think.
Absolutely, nearly at the end of mine. Last one as well. You can tell it's not far from payday when the Victoria supplies are running dry. Paul says he was selling them in Bardi-Benza last weekend.
I bet he was. I bet he was.
Get them flogged.
Malaga on the attack again.
It's a deep cross. Crossing's not been that great today, apart from that one from Victor.
Yeah,
but
from
dare
Victor.
I say, Roberto had to work for it.
It does seem a bit of a theme of this half so far. We're very little quality of what we can see and from Malaga, but we seem to be getting the ball out wide and not doing much from that position. But we're definitely attacking.
I think Linares are enabling to do that a little bit though, because they're playing very wide, but flat football as well.
I will chuck it out there, and I don't know if it's a bit overconfident. I don't think these are very good again, Linares.
No, they've definitely. I think they came out all right. I think the first, let's say, 10, 15 minutes, they looked canny.
I'd be very disappointed if we don't see this through now.
No,
I mean, we are looking at any stats. Have they had a shot on target?
I wouldn't even know. I can't remember one.
I don't think so.
I think, to be fair, they had one where they had Herrera scrambling, but obviously that wasn't on target.
Yeah.
But I've not seen Herrera have to make a save, which is probably for the best, in case he parries it and puts it on a plate for them again.
Yeah. Whereabouts is Matt, Nick? Did we work out? Is he behind the goal?
Yeah, so it looked like he was behind the goal. From where it was, it looks like he was underneath
Malaga's
the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a tower with a scoreboard on top of it. At the very bottom of the ground. I think he was just under there by the looks of things.
And I think it's obvious that we've probably just jinxed this because Linares have got a corner.
I really want to know what Hotel Annabelle looks like. That's all I've been staring at with this bloody camera angle, just reading the top of the away.
That's a very Chris Marquez thing to say on an away day with Malaga.
It is. Well, there's nothing else to see in the background. To be fair,
no, it seems very flat.
It does seem very flat. But just keep seeing this Hotel Annabelle from the camera angle.
With the history, what we've been reading about it, an old pit shaft in background or something like a proper Norman village.
So I was thinking you'd find it like a home from home.
Oh, I'm feeling it. I've got a Linares shirt in there.
just seeing Kez flying around in background like that.
In comes a corner.
Well, that's a shit.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, right. Here we go. Stepping away. Big clearance to nothing. That's the problem. That's where you want to be more Castellon because they would have worked that way out there and played out from the back and slide.
I know it's very, very early in the season, obviously, Nick. But if what we all want, if Malaga can get promotion via top of the league or playoffs, would you say that this is and every Spanish team changes the team? Don't get me wrong, but would you say that this squad is something we'd like to take into Segunda? Is it good enough or
no?
No, it's not. It's not,
no.
Is it?
That would be a bridge too far.
Yeah,
so
I'm glad you said that.
The gap between the two of them, to be fair, is quite it's quite chasm, and it's quite disheartening, really, because, like say, we look like rock stars so far in this league. But
do you think, or again, go into chat, is this Malaga squad at the moment better than last season's squad? What we got relegated with? As you're saying, there's a gulf in quality of the Segunda and Primera.
I'd maybe say last season's squad was actually quite good.
I agree. I totally agree.
On paper, you look at the players that we had in there. Your Fabases, your Ruben Castros, Christian. Yeah. On paper, that squad, let's call a spade a spade. That team should not have been relegated.
No chance. Really. No chance.
But I think it was just a victim of circumstance. Everything was just low. And to be fair to Pace, he seems to have managed to get on in the season, and he's created that culture. It seems to be a lot better. The negatives seem to have disappeared. The issues with Manuel Gaspar have obviously gone. And I feel as if Loren is maybe a bit more of a harder person. Big ball in, cross across. Nearly diving.
I mean, I can't say I'm not a big fan, as in I think he's amazing, but I'm so happy that they kept Pellicer, and I like Pellicer. I think he seems like a Malaga man. He's somebody who wants the best for the team and so on. I think one of his downfalls last year, obviously, having 23 managers in year and stuff like that.
Well, that's it, being set up to play in a certain way. So, they really backed the Guiricast way, with win backs and defenders, and to be fair, I think that was part of it. I think our business in January was far better than our business in the summer. I think like getting rid of players like Juan Fran, really helped us, and Pacer again being brave enough to blood in players from Malagueño. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen someone like Alex Calvo come through. We've seen a couple of the results today from Malagueño, and we're getting excited about some of the players on there. Don't know if you just saw that at the corner of your eye there, and that little lad giving the Malaga fans of ease.
He's a Yorkshire lad. He's one of our. His dad worked out Pitt.
Yeah,
I've been doing that since I was 5 as well.
The big licks, but that's my thoughts on it. And the thing is, if Malaga do get promoted, hopefully then they'd have a plan to back Pacer with the quality of players that he needs. But a few of them could step up. Dare I say, a lot of these young lads could step up and keep you there. But I still think you'd need better.
It's definitely just nice to have a bit of stability for a change, which sounds silly to have got relegated to the level what we're now at and call that stability, but it has been one of the most settled summer, I suppose, hasn't it?
Well, I think that's it. Yeah, you know where you stand now. That's it. You know what I mean? You've gone from being. I always would consider and say we're a big fish. You look at some of the, some of the money that was being spent. I think last year was like something like was it the 4th or 5th biggest budget in the league?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. When you look back at, even like we've just said, then you can't, when asked the question about the squad, you forget we had a Ruben Castro and Alex Fabas and players like that, and you're thinking, how the hell did we go down? But we were rubbish, weren't we? We were rubbish all season, basically.
Well, that was it. Just the football, it just didn't seem huge, and I think, dare I say, a few of them, as soon as the heads went down, they just weren't in it. But that after January, with Villalba, Fabas playing the way he was doing, Ramon stepping up, Juan Day playing well.
Yeah, they really had us thinking.
It came together, and I think the only thing that went against us there was some of the game. Don't get me wrong, still some of the football was really piss poor.
Yeah,
but a bit of it was luck. I think we were very unlucky.
Me and Laura were at the Santander game where Malaga were by far the better team in the first half, and then 16 seconds into the second half, Ganardo kung fu kicks their player in knee, and from there on, it occurred. I know we had a resurgence after that in results, but I think that made us 11 points behind or something with 9 games. And
that was a big thing as well, is that a lot of those teams around us, when we were picking up form, they were also picking up form.
It was unbelievable. It really was unbelievable.
Well, that top 6 in Segunda last year, if you look at the points level that went up, in any of them, that top 6, I think it was one of the lowest ever for promotion.
Yeah.
Across the board as well. So you can see, like say, where people really picked up the game.
Yeah. I think like Carl's just put silly sending offs last season. It was silly sending offs, mistakes. We got punished all the time. Michael Phillips just put 8-0 now on the Guiricast.
So substitution. Who did the team graphic? You've got 12 playing. What?
Ooh.
I will say that I just went and copied.
Do we need to rate the Guiricast members' performances for future?
Sorry. Yeah, no, this is my fault. I thought you meant on the graphic for the thing. It's the banner across the one.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
That's my fault. Well, to be fair, because La Rubia's coming on the pitch. No, what it was is I changed it as we were having our technical issues, and then I just added Danny Lorenzo at the end. So
I think that's quite a attacking change there, Nick. La Rubia comes on for Ganardo, and the second one is Danny Lorenzo for Manu Molina. So I suppose it equals itself out.
Well, to be fair, I think Manu Molina is quite an attacking player here. So I think we're trusting Sangali to do a lot of the defensive work.
Yeah.
If it's needed, and then hopefully Molina and La Rubia can start to unlock it. Paul says that's how I noticed it, because La Rubia was coming on. eagle-eyed, Paul. It must be said.
Or is it eagle-eyed, Nick? It's took Paul 1 hour and 10 minutes to realise that.
No, it's eagle-eyed from Paul, to be fair. Eagle-eyed.
If I know Paul, he's had a couple of these, but bigger ones.
He's got an eye for detail. That's what I'm putting it down to. But yeah, apologies for that. If anyone's been confused, Larubia has just been substituted on. He's not been playing this whole game.
There's no reason why Malaga can't get hold of this ball a bit more and keep it. They're all technical players.
Fresh legs as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, say 30 degrees in high end today. People will be getting tired.
I don't think these aren't meant
over here. Well, I'm not an expert on warm weather football or anything like that, but if this bit's all in the shade, just get everything coming down the right hand side. A, cooler. B, we can fucking see it because they're all playing over there. And I can't see anything.
I don't think it's been down here once.
No, I've just been looking at this bloody.
Big chance for Linares. Decent save by Herrero down at his near post.
That's it. Do I need?
Pellicer looking stylish as ever.
Are you on 64 minutes and 5 seconds?
No, 64:14. So I'll delay my reactions. 64:20 now.
I'm just going to keep pressing 10 forward. There we go. I'm on 24.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
We could have a celebration at level times.
We could. Hopefully, that's what I want. I just for the Twitter more than anything, so we don't have that Mexican wave effect again.
I think the issue is, Nick, we've not called anyone shit today. Let's pick on a player until he scores.
Flagging people off. Bring on Linares. He's really shit.
I mean, to be fair, I really think the ratings are going to be such a hard negative week.
I think it's just sixes across the board at the minute.
It's got to be.
Roberto
Roberto scored the goal, but has he done anything besides that?
He's been busy up pressing again, so I quite like that. But some of the crossing has been very Juan Fran-esque this game.
Oh yes, yeah.
Even from Victor Garcia as well, which is unusual for him. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one to call because this hasn't been a thrilling game. This isn't 8-0 Newcastle United kind of football. This is 1-0 away at Linares kind of football.
A strange one. I mean, I think you can now see why Linares offered so many tickets out. They probably don't often get much of a crowd.
You'd be up for it though, wouldn't you? This is what I'm struggling with a little bit. Is that
not that they're playing bad?
I can't. I'm not trying to look for faults in this performance because at the end of the day they are winning.
Yeah,
and they are playing okay. But you just think they'd be really up for this with the amount of fans they've got there. The fact that with this, I think they would go third in the league.
Yeah.
Within touching distance of top. I think only 3 points off top. So I'm still in the hunt. Yeah. Carl says, haven't been able to see Roberto in the middle of the pitch, to be fair. Yeah, which, to be honest, in this kit as well,
we can't see anything.
Blending into the background a little bit. It is Spanish camo.
Yep, it is. As we were saying earlier, Nick, regarding the stadium and the Spanish feel, these smaller stadiums like A-Bar always had it. The two flat buildings next to it. If you live in one of them, you've got that season ticket for the season. I think Rayo Vallecano, I think there's one behind one at goals as well, I think. It's just sort of very Spanishy feel.
or Leighton Orient-esque.
Or Leighton Orient. Just not as glam.
No. I'm quite enjoying so they've got the why are all those lads sitting with their backs to goal with no tops on? It's a bit weird.
Chris Marquez will tell us.
There'll be something culturally significant.
Chris is in with a chat.
It's the like the balcony canopies. Do you know, like the ones in Spain which go out like downward so you can block out all the sun?
Nick, get ready. They're doing the crouching bunny bounce thing. They're all going to go mad in a minute, I reckon.
I'm pretty sure Matt shared one of them doing it all in a circle.
Yeah, that one. There they go.
They are very animated. If they don't score from here,
Yeah, if we can get a goal there, this will be absolutely perfect.
That is
Molina with a cross.
Oof.
Header back in.
Good header, to be fair.
Straight
One
to
day.
hands. And Linares looking to counter, but I just don't think they're good enough.
No, well, Roberto there was properly in front of the keeper trying to sort him out and put him off. And this is where, like you say, you want to press them high and really put them under.
It is the kind of game as well, though, that although it sounds silly because these have done absolutely nothing, but I do think the second goal's vital.
Oh, yeah. No,
it'll be a huge.
We need a second one now.
Yeah, it'd be a huge kick in the teeth if we don't walk away with 3 points here.
Well, a bit like the Castion, where, like say, we were in the ascendancy, and then all of a sudden we're sucker punched massively. Yeah. I do fear that could happen here at the minute. Oh, this is a good effort. Well, I say it's a good effort. It's a good opportunity. Effort.
I was just thinking then, Nick, for some reason, I don't know what dragged me to it then, but do you know when we haven't got VAR?
Mm-hmm.
You just feel that the game flows more, and I don't just think it's VAR. The referees at this level seem a bit more just play football. This is your game. You know yourself in Segunda and La Liga, if it's windy and the player falls over.
That sounded very magical there. This is your game.
This is your game.
I'm just here just to help out. You just do what you need to do. But
I always think
quite like this ref, to be honest. He's not taking any shit either, has he?
Obviously, watching last year and years gone by and so on, you just never know what's going to happen.
No, that's it.
Or if a player, I always try to explain this to Laura if we're watching football, but if a player gets himself in a bit of trouble with ball, the easy way out now is drop to the floor and get your free kick. These guys, I mean, I don't think Linares is good enough to understand that, but
well, like I say, it's just this little building out from pressure that's making me a little bit worried. Paul's absolutely right. It's a let-off rare that it was a crap effort from them.
Yeah, definitely.
If they get themselves in that position more often than not, then they will get an equaliser. So I'm just thinking Malaga really need to, put them under. Like Larubia here is playing more as a right winger this time. So it's kind of like more of a 4-2-4 by the looks of things.
I think we will be seeing some subs in it. Probably a double sub. I'd say Lauren and Hernandez, maybe.
Dione, number 17 there. He's supposed to be our striker, right? No?
I don't think Dione looks interested a lot of the time. Benathers dancing.
Can you see a purple hat? That's what we're looking for with Matt. He recorded himself today. Jens says, I'm a ref and I always tell the teams it's your game, not mine. I'm just here to make sure you follow the rules.
And that's it. That's it, Jens.
What it's all about. It's not about egos.
Well, we said yesterday, I mean, I were a captain for years and years, so I was that guy calling the ref and so on. But just going to when we were watching the Frickley game yesterday, everything, when you're a neutral and you don't really care, everything is ref, Lino, ref, ref. And you're just thinking, come on. But like, I'm a hypocrite because that was me for a long, long time.
Oh, that's a good save from her again. That's another let off for Malaga. That
I don't really like what's happening here.
Cal said second half performance has been lackluster, and I 100% agree with you, Cal. We've really not taken it to them in this game, and I don't think, for once it looks like we're the one that's out of energy. I'm not saying that Linares are high on energy, but this is not what we expected, or not what we need either. Don't get me wrong, we're still.
I think. Would you say that they're attacking their goal as well, Nick? Would you say? You reckon that's their home fans?
Well, yeah, that's where they must all be. But in the same breath, we're attacking ours.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Malaga.
There's some tired-looking legs out there in a minute, which makes me very worried. That is a big effort as well. That's
a sitter, isn't it? It's a sitter, really.
Yeah. Oh, referee's taking control of the game now.
Who's this guy? Who is this guy?
We've got Payaser dressed to the nines, and I think it must be the Linares management, or at least
They've just come. They own a bar around the corner. They own a bar.
yeah. Car rental firm.
Happy hour's still on ref.
Got to be at work at 7. Can we wrap this up at a time soon, ref?
Well, that would be a bit. Ooh,
free kick here in dangerous territory.
Dangerous position. Very dangerous.
That bold man looks terrifying. I would not want to.
Linares' manager seems very animated, and I don't really understand why.
Oh, to be fair, I would. That's a give me. I think Larubia there has just tripped over himself. It's been set.
But who knew Pascal Seagon was still playing?
I like this with Victor Garcia, knowing that he can put it on a plate. Purple hat.
Still
there he is.
Where?
Right hand corner of the screen then.
Yeah.
There he is, Mr. Matt Harrison, living the dream.
It's a great opportunity. I don't think we'll really know if it actually goes in.
Garcia, well, here's the Rugby World Cup at the minute. Victor Garcia has clearly been watching a little bit of it because that was dreadful. For a conversion, it would have been perfect.
What are you on at the moment, Nick? 74-25?
Yeah. That's why I'm on. So you wouldn't get this watching a Premier League team or anything like that. It'd be to the minute, and we're like, "Are you here? Are you there?" Let us know in the comments as well. Let's have a little round robin. Let us know where you're up to in this game.
Because it's very strange when we're all at the same.
I just want the app, and I've been toying with it. I'm setting up a cinema system downstairs, like a proper 80-inch screen on the wall.
Beautiful.
And I'm thinking, can I convince Bex to let me like put Málaga stuff up behind and have it on the screen and put a proper camera up and things like that? Yeah. Don't know if that'd be a bit too bougie. That's my concern. You forget your roots, Nick. You forget your roots. Paul says he's about 10 seconds ahead of you. Carl says his stream can't keep up today. Remember as well, guys, we've asked that actually, but in hindsight, from what we're watching, there is also a delay that comes through to you guys as well because just the way the stream goes through.
I think it works out on you. Like I say, I have my phone next to me. I think we're about 10 seconds off on YouTube. I think we need subs pretty soon. Just to revamp the performance a little bit, maybe.
Oh, very nice lashy plaster.
Folded else.
Oh dear.
We're watching the number 2 of Halloween when the witches came back.
Well, don't go and miss it. You don't know how it ends.
Yes, I do. I do know how it ends. I watched that whole thing the last time.
Ramos. I'm completely lost where I was. There is a guy. So it must be Pacers' assistant by the looks of things, but he's also wearing a suit. I can't say I've ever seen an assistant manager wearing a suit before.
Never mind a pinstripe jacket.
Well, you got to dress up in 30-degree heat. Bloody hell, I've been in shorts and t-shirt.
Come on, let's have a bit of something.
Giving me Jason Tyndall vibes. That's what he's giving me right now.
Yeah, the starlight.
I'm going to see if he the
first one
to go shake his hand. I imagine if the Newcastle game's ending sometime soon, Jason Tyndall's doing a bloody knee slide in front of the away stand.
I'm surprised Jason Tyndall hasn't scored today.
Well, exactly. Oh, Herrera with another big clearance. Oh, lovely, well taken down by Dione. Just a shame that Rubio is not on the same page.
Double substitution for Linares.
Really, not much to say about this. The podcast is going to be a very quick one this week, I imagine.
It's got to be. Maybe
it's going to be start, goal, end. I think that'll literally be about it.
Start, Matt's 10 greatest hits from the rapping album. Goal.
favourite 2 service stations on the way to to Linares? And what
We
did you
can't
get?
talk about Kevin this week. There's no one to talk about Kevin this week.
There's not, but to be fair, I can't say we've seen too much of Kevin either, apart from those 2-minute moments that we've seen him do. I can't actually physically see him right now. I don't even. Is he still on the pitch? I think he is.
I mean, obviously Matt will tell us. I wonder what it's. I mean, Matt obviously at half time said he thought it were all right, but any game's good when you're there and you're winning.
I think I think he's right in saying that we've controlled it, and I think to an extent we have. Like I say, they've not really threatened us too much, apart from a couple of chances a minute ago.
I think either side of half time, the 10 minutes either side, we had more of the ball, etc. But
we just need to kill this off now. And
we do.
This here, when they flicked it into our feet, Roberto needs to be finding somebody here.
That's better. I think. Yeah, run at him, keep winning.
He's going. He's still going. He's still going. Still going. No, he's not going. He's done.
Back. Another double substitution for Malaga as well. Looks like Juan Hernandez and Wampe coming on.
Oh, that'll do. Quite like you say.
Would you think Kevin or Dione? Maybe it could be any of them.
I think
as Dione runs through here. Come on, bit of quality.
Have a pop. Got enough bend on that with the left foot, and that's Dione down with cramp by the looks of things as well.
I think this might be the end of Dione for this game. With Hernandez coming.
Hernandez on for him. Probably Juanpe on for Sangali, I'm going to say.
I expect a bit more from Sangali as well, to be honest.
Well, that's it. I think it's just been very, very flat. Well, actually, it's Juanpe for Kevin.
Kevin's coming off.
Yeah.
Which, if he brought any player on this pitch off, I don't think we can say much.
No, and Dione on for Hernandez on for Dione. So Sangali's staying on. So that's now. I can only assume that Larubia is now going to go up top alongside Roberto and Juanpe into the middle where he was supposed to be. But to be fair, I think Dione has been playing there as well.
Juanpe is still looking like something out of a Batman film.
He does, yeah. And here comes
also a double sub for Linares, which you can only imagine if these have got any ambition, it might be a centre forward coming on. It looks like they're all talking about something, so maybe a formation change.
Cal says Dione is wasted out wide. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think he is, but I think as long as Roberto's still scoring goals as well, he might have to get used to being second fiddle. I think this might be the issue when High Time comes back, or dare I even say, Hernandez could be getting a crack at it.
Yeah,
Dione on the bench, having a seasoned target man to come on for Roberto when he ties out could be more beneficial than playing them both. But we'll certainly.
I think the thing is, when you look at Dione's record, the goals what he scored, etc., at this level, and then what is even more significant now, you look at Atletico Baleares and see that they're not a great team, and he was scoring 15 goals plus a season in that team.
Well, that's it. Maybe he's used to being the man that everyone plays through, whereas here, and like I say, I don't know if it is a tactical thing from Pellicer, as I've said a few times now. He did the exact same thing with Chavarria last season.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we need to be picking them off now. This needs to be an exercise in just guaranteeing this game. Linares are giving it away.
Get on the outlook.
All silly. Well, here he goes. It's a lovely run. No, referee's not going to give that at all. You ran into trouble then.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Nick, what this camera does actually show you, that Roberto is an absolute giant.
He is, yeah. He's not a small man.
And I think it's Juanpe in middle. They look huge.
Yeah, he's a beast as well, isn't he? Like the Monstars there at the moment.
There's no Nicola Zigic at Baleares who came on. What did you call him?
Grande Jorge.
Grande Jorge.
Well, mind signing Grande Jorge. Maybe he would be the perfect foil for Dione.
Yeah, we could make him a left winger or a right winger.
Yeah. Hey, you can join us, Grande Jorge. You are 6'9", but you are a right winger.
And here come the goal machine is coming on. Zuniga. Maybe after this corner, Roberto getting the Magis going.
Well, it's got to be for Roberto, surely.
Yeah, it will be. I can't see him changing formation at this late stage.
But we're not changing on a corner. We're not changing on a corner.
Come on, Robbito.
I'll go as far to say I think Roberto as well. I'm not too sure where they're keeping a record of these things, but he must be maybe the league's top goal scorer at the minute. That's what his 4th goal of the season.
Yeah, can't be far off. They do actually put a leading goal scorer thing up. I can't remember what it is, but they do put it up. Corner comes in.
Yeah, not well done. Again, not a great corner again, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, so he scored against Atletico Madrid Bay. He scored against Baleares. He scored against Granada. That's 3, 4 today. He didn't score the. He scored against Castellón.
Who scored at Castellón?
It definitely wasn't Roberto because we said he had a crap game, didn't we?
Yeah, actually.
Was that Dione?
No, I don't think so. Who were it?
I'm going to have to go back.
Hernando.
Ah, yeah.
Dione missed penalty.
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh,
See,
dear,
we know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good to put him on 4 goals in 5 games. Not a bad return, is it really?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Another test for Herrero there, just to dramatically go to the floor in his resplendent kit. He knows he looked good when he's doing that. It's the kit, it's the tash, it's the short sleeves. He's working it.
He looks like an Escobar.
He does look like an Escobar.
He's a man who fits well on the Costa del Sol.
Oh, yeah, Roberto's looking a bit leggy on there. Come on, lads, knock it out and get the goal machine on. Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, Rubio, since he's come on, has not been good at all. He's been absolutely terrible.
That's a good work.
Watch him now score a hat-trick. Come on. The curse is real. But again, it's that slowing down thing that
I think Chris said about
Kevin. Yeah, and Chris said it as well. It's just like you had space to go to there. You know, you had room to run and you stopped. You were waiting for everyone to come on to you.
Oh, I think he got back on side then.
He's definitely back on side. The lad who put his arm up was like...
I thought, what's he get off? He get offside, didn't he? Yeah, like you said a minute ago, Nick, I do think the midweek podcast is going to be one of the hardest ones for seasons, which is strange when we're winning.
8 different goal scorers in that Newcastle game. That's what just popped up on my phone.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, Roberto's coming off.
You know, to thunderous applause from those 2,000 travelling Malaguistas.
I do think that's for the assistant's jacket, though.
I think just the assistant suit. He is going full Tyndall as well on this.
There is nobody on that sideline for either team what has anything to do with football. This is just a piss up football. It's in Linares.
So Pay's and assistant have turned up in suits.
They're all
out. I assume Pay's has got a suit jacket somewhere. And
Linares manager looks like he's just finished on site.
He's just come off a shift at the
T-shirt
market.
And jeans. Big police presence, what I've just noticed down below. 7 police sat there.
In case it kicks off.
I can't see this kicking off. I wish it would, but I can't see it kicking off.
Tell you what, they've got the best seats in the house, haven't they?
They have. That's the only reason they're there.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I mean,
it's touch that. Jesus Christ, Hernandez.
Go on then, Larubia.
Go on, have a run. Oh, Loren? No, too much on it, to be fair.
It's 87 minutes in, and I honestly can't remember us putting 5 or 10 passes together in this game.
Not in this second half. Ooh,
no.
That looked like a strong challenge. But this is what makes me nervous. This now, like you say, only 1 goal in it, and you could just come and do something up in the last minutes.
And we know no matter how good a team is, that's better, Lauren. Draw the foul. No matter how bad a team is or anything, everybody gets the 90th minute buzz. There'll always be long balls. There'll be some kind of chance of knock.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah, a deflection, anything.
That is a hell of a challenge for Lauren to receive. Hopefully knock some sense into the lad. That's it. Just take it slow here, boys. Take it slow. Love a little Málaga flag on the side as well. This has practically been a home game.
Linares guy, he's done. Bit of cramp.
Oh, Herrero, he's thinking, I've had nothing to do today.
Nah. Don't I look cool in this kit?
Let me help you. I'm not actually a nurse. Oh dear. Well, guys, it's going to be difficult, or maybe you can inspire us a little bit. But if you are in the comments at the moment, why don't you tell us who your Chumbos and Biznagas would be for this week? Because, again, I think it's going to be a bit difficult for both of them, dare I say. You know, it's not been a bad game, but it's not been a great game either. It's been 90 minutes that I'm sure my wife would appreciate me spending time with her. I'm sure you're the same, Luke.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, after watching the North London derby and being really up for this, I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for bed now.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think it was ever a matter of being on the same level as the North London derby. Is you?
I brought 4 beers up. I've had 1.5, and I just not feeling it. It looks a lovely setting, Linares, though.
It does. Nice little bit of green. I think that's like a bit of an olive orchard in the background. Yeah. Paul says, Biznaga goes to Herrera for looking so cool in that keeper strip.
Yeah,
I'm with Paul.
Yeah,
I'm with Paul on this one.
It's a good statement. It is. I honestly, if we're being serious here, I don't think we can possibly pick a Biznaga out of this.
No, it's been...
Nobody's. I mean, yeah, Roberto scored, but that's it. I suppose it's been 1-0. If this were a game, Roberto gets man at match for being the match winner. But
Carl says the radiator part is the Biznaga for this week.
Yeah. You've got that.
Not the Biznaga. This is going to be now my evening trying to fix a radiator.
You've got that to figure out after this crap and all.
This probably poses a proper question as well. Obviously, we all like Herrero's goalkeeper kit. But does Herrero look 100 times better because he's surrounded by 10 other people wearing really shit kits, which is 11 and line one? Because it's still not growing on me. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, it has been. And if anything, for this game, it's been awful because you can't even see him.
It's been hard.
Blended into the background.
It's been hard. 5 minutes added on. Linares corner on the 90th and 30 seconds. We've been here before. Wicken Oak.
Actually, assistant manager might get it for me.
Hey, you've took mine. If I'm on, you've took mine there. Crafty git.
Assistant manager who's dressed up for the occasion.
Big man there at best. Get him in middle.
That's it. It's Calvin Klein vibes for me.
Great header. But just in the comments, Michael Phillips, totally agree with that, mate. It's not a bad thing when we're not playing well to be picking up points. I agree with that. Any points is good points.
Oh, I've just broken my live stream.
Is this going to be a long throw? Oops.
He's acting like he should wind it up, but I don't think he is going to.
Say fans are there.
Oh, no. Oh, thank God, Herrero. Thank God. Just stay down, man. But that's it. That's not what you want there, is it?
I tell you what, Nick, I think I'm a couple of seconds in front of you. Watch that replay. It looks like Herrero could nearly lose it on the line when he steps into the goal a bit.
Well, it's just come up a little bit there, but Pace needs to be telling just to get this under control because there's still...
I think we've just brought ourselves into unnecessary pressure again. I keep seeing Matt on there now.
Oh dear, come on. Just fucking get rid of it.
Keep the ball.
Paul says, points more important than performances in this league, but worries me for the games against the better teams if we can't get a rhythm going. You know what? I think that's exactly the word. It's the rhythm. Say that's what, Castellon have got, and probably Ibiza when they've played. Oh, is this Loren? Is he onside? Oh, lovely touch.
But I think we're all in agreement. I think we're all in agreement, guys. If we finish top of the league this season, or even a playoff place, and take it from there, we play shite all season. Are any of us going to be bothered?
No,
Is it going to dampen his end of season party?
Keeping that in the corner. Hernandez with the cross in. Good clearance.
I mean, watching a poor game in the sunshine in the Spanish hills is better than watching some crap we watch back home.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, it's not throwing it down with rain,
No.
and you ain't got a 2-hour drive back over Snake's Pass to do, which is usually the way, isn't it? Oh, so keeping it here.
I mean, this is the first time we've had a bit of control. Malaga just keeping it down in the corner.
Oh, this is tidy football as well.
It's tiki-taka.
We're
Then they give it away, and then I'm ball.
We're taking the piss. How shit must you be? We're taking the piss. I need to know what that is in Spanish now.
I mean, do we still quote HMS Pistol League? Because it's I don't know.
Estamos tomando el orino.
You know they'll sing it still. It doesn't make sense, but you know they'll sing it.
Estamos tomando el orino. Michael says, if we hang on, what's our league standing? I think we'd be third in the league, just behind Castellon and oh dear. Oh dear God, thank God for that.
Yeah, third place, Cal. 5 games in.
Yeah, Cal says, got to be the title, in my opinion. Playoffs too much of a lottery. And it tell you what, it is a clusterfuck of a playoff system. Got to get through your playoff system first, and then through another playoff
Regional,
system. And then I think as well, even if you finish it a little bit lower down, you've got through another game.
Yep.
Which is,
I do believe, like Michael said earlier about getting 3 points and playing bad. To me, there's no reason we can't go and win this league. No reason. If we can get going, Samuel Casado as well, their goalkeeper, we've not mentioned at all, but former Atletico Malagueño, does he stick this in top corner?
He's going to try and lob him from here.
It's another
only
good.
10 seconds left. He's got to do something if he's going to do it.
I think that was Juande with a header again.
That maybe that could be the one. I think that might be one of the business.
Juande, yeah, potentially.
I think he's played very well.
And that's all, folks.
And that'll do. Another 3 points for Malaga. That'll do. Very
3
nice.
points on the road. It's 4 wins out of 4. It feels strange, but are we setting his standards too high? I mean, the Malaga fans look absolutely thrilled.
Well, this is it. They'll be buzzing with it, to be fair. Like I say, especially traveling all that way in those kind of numbers, you'd be bloody annoyed if you were going away with a loss. But again, not a classic, which is, you know what? I'm not worried. I'm just thinking. I think as someone said in the comments before, when we come up against a team of proper quality, and this is if this comes down to the fine margins of going for that one title spot and then all being knocked into the playoffs, it's hard to look past Castellon at the minute, the way they play, and Ibiza are in there as well. There's us, Thueta are doing quite well at the minute. So, you could say you've got 4 teams vying for one place there.
Yeah.
That's...
The nice thing is with this team is we know that there's a lot to come. There's definitely a lot more to come. There's some cracking players in there. But yeah, they're doing the job. The points are points, aren't they? Again, like Michael's just said, away win, that'll do. Carl, job done. In truth, it is a win on the road's a win on the road.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. It's very much the idea that if as long as you win every single home game and you pick up a point away, then you should be fine, shouldn't you?
Yeah, effectively. Obviously, I missed a lot of the Castellon game, obviously flighting, but if we had our chances to win that game, somehow we could currently be 5 out of 5 maximum points.
Well, yeah, we could have been. That's
the differences.
I think, that should have been the aim, really. But yeah,
we take us 3, and we move with it.
it's hard. It's a bit hard to, like say, just looking back at that night. We've seen the other games where we've won, and I feel like quite overwhelmed with quite excitement. It does feel like I've just watched 90 minutes of football. I need a team are deserving of the 3 points, in my opinion. But Malaga snatched, and I'll be happy with that. But it wasn't a classic.
No, I'd say the game maybe had a bit more of a pre-season feel to it, if anything. Both teams
just like it as well on that bloody camera.
Just happy to be there, kind of thing.
No, definitely.
Again, like we've said 1,000 times, this is the level what we're at. We're at this level for a reason. Do what we do, get us points, and let's get out of it. There's no reason why we can't get out of it, I don't think.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we might have a visitor here as well if his camera is working, so we can appreciate at least
enjoy it.
The feeling.
Now we feel better. Now we feel better. 4 in a row.
4 in a row. And I think Alex was saying.
I'm sorry, I'm going to hear you again, Roberto. Man, superhuman. Man is superhuman.
He's having a lot of fun. Oh, look at that as well.
Good year, great atmosphere. We're going to piss this league.
We are absolutely pissing this league, in the words of Matt Harrison. What was it he said before? He says that it was the thing of his dreams going to this stadium when he saw that it was the embanked steps as well. So yeah. To be honest, that I think I needed that a little bit. Then I needed that,
definitely
a little bit of atmosphere,
a bit of an eye opener. Again,
I feel it.
Them Malaga fans would have loved today, because when we look back at last season, travelled in the numbers. 7-8 hours to lose.
Yeah,
these kind of days, they go to a town, I guess, go to a town, take over the place, get 3 points, travel back to Costa del Sol. What better feeling from?
Absolutely. And on that stunning anecdote from Luke Chambers, we are going to end the live stream here. But thanks again for everybody who's joined us at home and your contributions, as always. Next week we play against San Fernando.
Another Sunday game.
Another Sunday game there for us. 1st of October, I think it is. Will you join us again? Will you be with us, Luke? Or
100%. I'm at Chester Races on Saturday, so I might be a bit like that, but I'll be here.
You'll be the colour of the shirt you're currently wearing.
I'll be here.
But thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you all have a fantastic week. The podcast will be out on Wednesday, Thursday as per usual. Hopefully Matt has done as a little Vamos la Estadio de Municipal Linares, which you can listen to as soon as he gets back from there. As Chris said before, we've got exciting news on Monday, which should be interesting for you all to see. Just go to Twitter for that one. And then even more exciting, or maybe not as exciting, or maybe somewhere in between, 1st of the October, we might have another little treat for you as well, but keep your eyes peeled for that. But once again, thank you very much for joining us. 3 more points, 4 wins on the spin. Vamos, Malaga. Adios, guys. See you later.